Welcome to the sprawling desert city Oasis Springs. In the suburbs, near a Starbucks cafe, Dairy Queen, top-rated Joycelyn Elders Elementary School, and a 7-Eleven that has never been robbed, lives a throuple. This house was originally Maya Torres's, but she entered a three-way relationship with her best friend Angel and a man named Benny, and invited them to move in. Maya and Angel met Benny at a Rolling Loud concert 2 years ago, and because he was nearly homeless at the time, he fell for both of them very quickly. Maya is in corporate event planning and it pays very well. Angel is in law school. With Maya's money, Benny is going back to school for business. But things are starting to get rocky because of Maya's jealousy. She's starting to realize she's not meant for a polyamorous relationship, and she's planning on making Benny choose between her and Angel. If he chooses Angel, he won't have college money or a place to live. But judging how much time Benny and Angel spend together, I'm not sure this is gonna go how Maya wants it to. Across the city to the much wealthier neighborhood of Skyward Palms live some of the wealthiest Sims in the universe. These manicured streets not only hold a luxury shopping plaza by the amazing Godly Games, complete with a Chanel, Hermes, and Louis Vuitton store, but dark secrets. 20 to 30 years ago, the area was the site of a host of serial killings, and one can always stumble upon urns of the unfortunate victims whose killer has never been found. Seriously, they're everywhere. If you walk in this neighborhood, you're gonna see an urn in every direction. In the Hackett household lives Ayanna, who you'll remember from the last World Tour video is one of the most popular girls at Newcrest High School. Her best friend Denise Harris lives across the street. The Harrises are super wealthy and old money. They own the CarMax in Brindleton Bay, and they own a host of rental properties, including the Heatherwood Trace Apartments. This is how heir to the Harris fortune, 28-year-old Rayvon, has met many of the women who have now become his baby mothers. For example, he met Aquariana Jackson when his family's realty company handled the purchase of her home. 3 weeks later, Aquariana was pregnant with Sheldon. Yes, this is the infamous father of Noe, Sheldon, Yesenia, and 6 other children you haven't met yet. Rayvon is extremely charming and romantic, but really manipulative and cunning too. He love bombs every woman he wants to procreate with, and it usually works because he's actually kind of genuine. He's got love for each woman he chooses, but that doesn't mean he loves them. So far, his negligent parents have no idea about his growing tribe of children, because instead of paying child support, Rayvon gives the women enough money from his trust fund to keep them satisfied. But word on the street is, someone may be coming forward with his tea soon, and in a big way. Will this finally make his parents pay attention to him? Will they disown him? Or will they be happy to welcome 9, and rumored soon to be 10, grandchildren into the family pocketbook? 16-year-old Denise has no idea about her various nieces and nephews. She's too busy following Ayanna around trying to be a mean girl and taking care of her younger brothers. Their dad, Larry, continues to spend his days spending money and lecturing Denise about boys. Just like when Rayvon was a kid, Larry basically ignores his younger son Sirius because he doesn't think boys need much discipline or attention. I mean, he turned out fine. His dad didn't pay attention to him. Mom Deborah is always off at Pilates or charity events or on vacation with her friends, so a lot of the care for the youngest son, Nathaniel, is done by Denise and a nanny. And a 12-year-old is left to his own devices and is regularly being influenced by his big brother Rayvon on how to treat women. He often sneaks on Rayvon's computer, where he is now watching a bunch of Manosphere crap and adult content. Seriously, he's been binging out on Andrew Tate videos. So behind these homes and that amazing luxury drive is the Oasis Springs Casino, which is a popular tourist destination. It's a build by Beans Bills and is right beside the Sexy Splash, a members-only swim club where it's rumored that cocaine can be bought from just about any employee on site. So over near Angel Creek in the bowling alley is a really popular Panda Express. Along the creek are a bunch of houses owned by wealthy and childless young professionals. In this gallery base game build I renovated lives popular artist and YouTuber Amina. So Amina started doing YouTube makeup tutorials when it was still really lucrative, and she was able to invest her money into an art career, so now she's living a life of luxury because she's actually really popping at art. She's a super health nut and loves working out, cooking healthy meals, doing her art, and fucking her neighbor Leilani Jackson's boyfriend. He comes over 1 to 2 times a week, but lately he's resisted her demands to break up with Leilani because Leilani, a famous writer, has been paying his bills and giving him an allowance for 4 years now. He ain't going nowhere. So Amina has been dating around lately, including a guy named Mike who lives in Moonwood Mill and can't commit, but who's an enthusiastic pussy eater, so she be keeping him around. Recently, Amina went out with her friends to a bar near TGI Fridays and the Cheesecake Factory, both really amazing builds by Alexis Ariel. And the bar, a hotspot named Jamaican Breeze, is by Sierra the Simmer. The menu has everything from curry goat to ackee and saltfish, by the way. Shout out to QMBB Stirring the Pot mod. While she was out at Jamaican Breeze, Amina found out that her best friend Erin is engaged to be married to her longtime boyfriend Makai Barclay, a celebrity photographer and painter who lives in Windenburg. They have one of those perfect relationships. He spoils her senseless, she's a stay-at-home girlfriend, he doesn't cheat, all of that. It's a little much for Amina, who got a little jealous that she's still single, so she abruptly left her friends at the bar and walked all the way home, thinking about what she needs to do to change her life. Even though she's a successful painter, Amina wants to be in love and taken care of. And plus, she also knows that once her best friend gets married, their relationship won't be the same anymore. So she's about to get out of her comfort zone of Oasis Springs and start traveling more so she can meet new people. By the way, this restaurant, Golden Walk, got replaced with a Red Lobster by Beans Bills, and I don't regret it one bit. The menu currently includes delicious appetizers by Insomnia. Like, I've never been to Red Lobster, but because of this menu, I'm willing to give it a try. Like, I'm trying to see what this stuff is hitting for. And Insomnia is currently working on releasing more appetizers and the full entree menu in the coming months. Amina's home is right down the street from a Barnes & Noble build that I absolutely adore by Beans Builds. I love bookstores in real life, and this one is not only cute, but it's so realistic. My Sims use this lot as a cafe. Right across the street is a Godly Games home owned by Tatiana Jones, a recovering alcoholic and cocaine addict who has given up her passion for club DJing because of the temptations that come along with it. She's been working at Cracker Barrel for 5 months now as a general manager throughout her sobriety, but the money isn't good and she's bored. She just received a fancy job offer from the Bloodvine to return to work as a DJ. The Bloodvine is a club, and it's the former home of a cult whose leaders and 13 of the 14 followers were murdered in 2021. The only cult member to survive turned the palatial home into a nightclub. It's a BDSM fantasy land featuring all kinds of machines and toys from Critical, Boobaloo, and other Wicked Whims creators. There's a massive dance floor inside too, and despite rumors of satanic rituals and a newly formed cult in the basement, celebrities love to come here to get edgy publicity. Harley Quinn, yes, that Harley Quinn, is a big fan of the Bloodvine. She travels all the way from Windenburg, leaving her antisocial girlfriend Poison Ivy at home to turn up. So with mounting bills, Tatiana Jones is seriously considering getting back into the nightlife industry. But could she resist the call of alcohol and drugs? And are the mysterious halls of the Bloodvine a safe place to work? Just 2 hours away from Oasis Springs is the massive city of Del Sol Valley. Del Sol Valley is the second most expensive world to live in after Oasis Springs. In the busy Mirage Park neighborhood next to a beautiful and landscape-filling apartment building by Sierra the Simmer is one of my absolute favorite builds. Using the Nourish restaurant lot by Sierra the Simmer as a base, I added a cute little plaza featuring the Clothes Before Bros laundromat, a 24/7 laundry with free Wi-Fi, and a Barnes & Noble bookstore. The apartment building has a Shake Shack in it, and I absolutely love how beautiful this streetscape is. I added big shell buildings behind the main buildings to fill out the landscape even more. It just looks so good. And 3 men, Romeo Carter, Clayton Spencer, and Christian Mills, live in bachelor pads in the apartment building. Clayton spends his days doing 28-hour gaming streams and programming for his remote game developing job. Rumor has it he's working on Grand Theft Auto 6, but his NDA prevents him from talking about it. And Christian is a history teacher looking for a soulmate, but his picky standards make this hard for him. And Romeo is a wannabe photographer and clout chaser who sells weed and hangs out with D-list celebrity entourages. Across the street is 592 South Perry Place, yet another build by Sierra this summer that I decorated from scratch with the goal of it being an Art Deco masterpiece for 4 fame chasers. From her window, aspiring writer Raven Dawson can work on her sprawling and seemingly never-ending fantasy epic. She dreams of the day that her book is available across the street in the Barnes & Noble. But let's just say she's done more world building than writing. Across the hall, her roommate Eve Curry, an aspiring music producer and rapper with a growing following on Twitch, works on her craft. Lately, her work has been suffering though because she's been in a toxic situationship with a woman named Chardonnay. Eve loves gaming and sneakers, and it was a pleasure decorating her room because it's so cute. Look at this. This is my dream room without the sneakers and shit. Down the really opulent, luxuriously, magnificently decorated hallway is Indigo Jade's room. Indigo is a mermaid, fashion stylist, and former sugar baby. The house was a gift from her sugar daddy, but he died bungee jumping from a mountain before he had a chance to add her to his will. So she sold off most of his designer gifts, moved in 3 roommates to cover the property taxes and utilities, and began her hunt for her next rich boyfriend so she can continue her luxury lifestyle. She hopes to become a celebrity stylist in the meantime. So all 3 of the roommates hate their 4th roommate, Montana. Montana grew up with her white mother in the Strangerville desert, and she reconnected with her black father, a Hebrew Israelite, 2 years ago. Ever since, she's become an expert in black womanhood and takes a lot of pride in her black roots. Because this conflicts with how she was raised, she and her mother hardly talk now. And Montana is very judgmental. She's always criticizing what the other women wear and how they behave. She thinks her roommates dress slutty, for example, and she blasts gospel music when they bring home dates for sinful fornication. But she pays her share of the expensive rent every month on time, so her roommates aren't getting rid of her anytime soon. From her bedroom, Montana records YouTube conspiracy and femininity videos. Her most popular titles include They Tried to Kill Me and Still I Rise, How to Dress for the High Value Man, and Stop Doing Your Makeup Like Porn Stars. Now she's working on a book about Illuminati body doubles in interracial porn, and she's hoping to secure a book deal, but she knows the liberal media would probably never publish something like that. Montana also has a few secret rules. Rule number 1, she never lets the camera show the growing piles of filthy clothes and garbage on her floor. Her roommates have noticed a slight smell coming from her room, but they aren't ready to confront her yet. Rule number 2, nobody but her soulmate will be allowed to enter her workspace and bunker. For the past 2 years, Montana has been connecting worldwide conspiracies to American politics, the black community, and the ex-boyfriend who came out to her as bisexual in college. Below the workspace is her bunker for when the New World Order begins and the 5G towers start transmitting to sleeper agents. Montana began prepping for Doomsday 18 months ago, and it's the best decision she's ever made. She's got enough food, guns, toilet tissue, and sex toys for at least a year. Can Montana find the love of her life to share all this with? Or will she keep taking out her conspiracy theories and sexual frustrations on her exasperated roommates? By the way, did she just pull out a spoiled piece of cake and eat it? Oh, yes she did.
You nasty.
Also in Del Sol Valley is a huge retail and restaurant area downtown where everybody goes to see and be seen. This Chew supermarket is a build I tweaked by Sims for Life, and its kawaii theme is absolutely perfect. My Sims love to come here for novelty foods and gifts, fresh fruit and fish, and sushi. Around the corner is an Equinox Gym by Princess Crouton, where Amina has been coming lately hoping to bump into her next boyfriend. Down the street is Target, which is a really cute build by Godly Games. And yes, before you ask, they are out of stock of PS5s. Next to Target is Heaven Rooftop Brunch Bar, another perfect build by Sierra the Simmer. My Sims love it here, especially because Beyonce and other R&B is usually playing on the TVs. Behind Heaven is a really detailed Sephora by Sierra the Simmer, and Eve came here recently to buy a gift for her situationship bae Chardonnay, but she has no idea Chardonnay is about to ghost her. Poor baby, I feel so bad for her. So up in the hills in a super posh gallery mansion filming a reality TV show and recording their joint album are rap queens Meg Thee Stallion and Doja Cat. I don't play with them, I just get a kick out of seeing them arrive on lots and sending Sims into a frenzy, and they just be looking all cute. Look at them, that looks like them. Around the corner is a landscape filling lot by Sierra the Simmer inspired by South Central Los Angeles, and it adds a perfect amount of realism to the world. It looks really cute, and I'm considering moving a sim here. Down the street is a popular Christmas destination for my sims during the winter time. This lot, which is made by Alexis Ariel, was originally an Atlanta breakfast club, but I tweaked it into a sushi place because I'm obsessed with sushi. So that's it for this world tour. In the next 2 episodes, we'll be flying into Glimmerbrook, Windenburg, and Moonwood Mill for some magic and mystery. If you're loving these videos, be sure to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. If this was your first video, make sure you check out my other world tour videos in Brindleton Bay and Newcrest, and in Evergreen Harbor and Copperdale. And you can also watch me have fun with these sims over on Twitch. Make sure you follow me. The link is in the description box.